One of our major concerns we've had is dam safety, and the current roller dam we've got, it's a huge risk to people. It's a safety concern. The hydrology of the dam, it tends to roll the current over and stuff. We've had one river rescue we had to do there where a boat capsized, 3 people went over, 2 of them got flushed out of the dam, and then the third one we actually had to rescue, and luckily it turned out very good in our favor, their favor. But that's one of the concerns we've got. We'd like to eliminate that risk. Another concern we have is allowing paddlers and floaters to float down through the river without safety concerns there. With the dam modification project, we'd allow paddlers, floaters to go down through that river. Risk of drowning, that stuff would be very minimal as opposed to where our current situation is now, where they actually have to portage around the dam, get out, get their vessels out, walk around the dam and get back in again.
One of our goals of this project is to keep that recreational pool about the same level. They are potentially talking about taking the dam down 12 inches, and really that would only affect the pool all the way up to the campground, lower in several areas. 2 of those areas would be some of the backwater wetlands that currently are holding water right now, but there is no biolife in those pools as we speak. It's stagnant water where siltation has occurred over the last 30 to 40, 50 years. It really doesn't do much for wildlife. If the water was drawn down, those pools would revegetate, creating new wildlife habitat for amphibians and other wildlife species. And then they'd also act as a holding pools for when the water actually is up and flooding. They'd essentially become new floodplains.
If it did happen to drop slightly lower, that may actually benefit us. In the last decade, the rivers have been running at higher than normal flows, which pretty much shuts our operations down. While the river will still always flood, we may reduce some of that flooding that we experience in the campgrounds currently, hoping letting some of that water out a little more faster won't back up into the campgrounds near as much, causing us more work to do and less days of use for campers. We've got a lot of people that like to boat, motorboat, that type of thing. We want to maintain that level, not only for them, but also for our park operations. That's kind of what keeps our watercraft concession in business. People like to fish, that type of thing. So people are still going to be able to motorboat, still going to have the pool relatively the same amount. People are still going to be able to boat upriver. The really nice thing is people can actually put here in the park, you know, like a kayak or a float tube, and actually start at the park now and go all the way down to some of our other areas like Wapaketa or Mansell Bridge Natural Area and get out there. Currently, right now, that's impossible with the dam that's in Central City. They need to get out and portage around it just for safety concerns. So that could be a real benefit to having a dam modification, is allowing those floaters and paddlers to go right through.